Yeah, listen, that's why I'm keeping that going too. What's up with you, KP? We in the building, brother. We in the building.
Oh, we here. We live. Okay. All right. We live.
We live, man. You know, this is what we
Okay.
do,
All
right?
right. All right.
5:30
You know,
p.m. Pacific. I don't know, what is it, 8:30 on your side of the country.
it's
But we
8:30
live.
over here. Right.
Okay. You ready? What you over there?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
You
ready.
over there selling something? You know,
No,
filling
no, no,
out
no,
some,
no. I'm just
calling
throwing
your
a little
bookie or
tag
something?
out.
Okay. See, we should have done that earlier. You had me waiting in the back for you to show up. You log
Ladies
in
and
right at
gentlemen, it is my
5:29
fault.
and 30 seconds.
It is my fault
God,
that
every
James is late. It's
every
on
other
me.
say that again on camera because I got the isolated
It's on
audio.
me. It's on me that James is late. It's my
God,
fault.
no, boy, what's going on? But you know, seniors in the building, so that means right there that we can officially start. Shouts out to you, sir. Hopefully you safe too. Listen, we had some things going on over here in my neck of the woods. We had police presence. We had an active shooter. We had a hostage situation, literally about 500 feet from my parents' house. So yeah, been going through that today. Roseville, California. Never thought it would happen in my neck of the woods, but sure enough.
And you got the launch of Federal Cash App after something happened with Cash App.
You saw that? Hey, you saw they again, that's down the road for me too. They killed the founder of CEO of Cash App the other day. Man, it's crazy out here. So what's happening? Listen, Sammy Superstar's in the building. We gotta act right. We gotta act right. Sammy out there killing it. We gotta get him on stream one day.
Oh,
just pick his brain.
I'm not gonna go to New York now. Tina got to go to New York, and I was gonna go, and I was gonna go to B&H, but they close until the 15th. They close until the 15th. So see, won't he do it? See, that ain't nothing but the Lord. See, now I can't go to B&H because they ain't gonna be open.
Why is it Passover?
Yeah,
well,
Passover.
No, is that today? I'm talking to the Reverend. You should know.
I'm lost. I'm not pastor no more, so I don't know.
All right. Well, I got my drink for you because when I talked to you the other night at midnight, you said you had a little taste or something. So I can only have a little one because I got to go to the gym after this.
Oh, you gotta go to the gym. I should tell Tina to bring me some coquito.
Yeah, tell Tina to come on in here. Tell Tina to come on here. Let me acknowledge everyone in here. My mother-in-law's in it. Yeah, can't blame North Highlands. It was right here at Mahaney Park and at the dog park right down the road today. I didn't know Roseville had that many police.
So wait, what happened? I didn't catch up on the news. What happened?
Oh, it'll be on your late evening news. It was for sure. It was a dude that he had a hostage. He either shot some law enforcement people or shot the lady that he was holding hostage. And you know there was SWAT. There were folks with real guns. There were it was just again it was a heavy presence, especially because there were a lot of kids in the area because it was at a park. It was at a dog park and it was near the library. But shout out to the police. You know, I normally haven't had a great relationship with the folks in uniform, but I was listening to it on the scanner, and they did what they needed to do. So yeah, appreciate. Someone's got to do that job.
Somebody,
right?
Somebody got to do it.
Yeah, you know, I'm white collar, right? I stand in front of a room and talk and draw on the board and talk technology, but I'm glad somebody is doing it. So what's going on? Oh my goodness, we got Chris Stone in the building too. I'm gonna have him on the stream. Oh, I'm nervous.
That's what Sammy got. Sammy got him.
Sammy got the Tamron. Sammy got the new Tamron because I saw.
Oh, he got the new Tamron.
Sammy got it all.
Sammy. He's a superstar. That's why.
Sammy got some. I think he got some old money too.
Yeah,
he must see. You know, we got that new Google and that new YouTube money. I think Sammy got some old real estate money or something. Yeah, he got something going on. See, there it is right there. I got the new lens, the 28 to 70.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Sammy.
Yeah. So, man, what's happening? I see you back on the bike. That's good for the health. That's good for the mind. That's good for the body and all that. So good to see you back out there doing that. Okay.
Back on the bike, man. I'm excited about that. And I took the A7 out. I threw it in my Wander backpack. Wait a minute.
Shouts out to Wander. Well, come on. Okay, hold on. Which one you got? Because I got the 41 liter. My gosh. Hope somebody from Wander just watch. Hey, Sammy or Chris. Hey,
tell Chris Wander
do some dope micro
we need
content.
A screenshot of us with Wander. See
right
that?
Here.
Yeah, that's. Come on, Wander.
Man.
Oh man. Wait, you know I'm on the website, right? Did you see me?
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. If you go on Wander and look up the sling bag, it's like the 4th video in is me. I was in the store. And the guy was like, "Oh, we got these new bags." I said, "I already got the Wander." I said, "Matter of fact, they posted one of my videos." And I said, "You got the color bag." So I'm looking at them. And next thing you know, under the sling. So see, look, you know how to do this stuff,
this
man.
Is what we do. Come on, this is what we do.
So go with it. If you click on it and it has the video. So if you go on the Wander sling, right? Number 9. The 9
that look
liter.
Like you right there. That look like a shirt that you would wear.
That
looked like
no, you're the wrong one. You got to go to the sling.
Okay.
You got to go back and then go to the sling.
All bags and slings.
Yeah. So you go to the slings, right? Just click on the sling, and yeah, you can go. Yeah, that's the 6.
That's you right there. That's your hands right there.
No,
that's you.
No, that ain't me.
Boy, that
ain't me.
On. I ain't gonna say that. You're not gonna tell me that's
like
not your hand. I ain't gonna say.
No, that's not me.
Like. Okay,
he looked like me. That brother almost dope as me. But they'll have like the videos, and when I was matter of fact, yeah, if you scroll through that, is that a YouTube something up top, or if you keep scrolling through that, it might show it on there. Cause I was in the store and I'm talking to the guy. And then I said, "Wait a minute, that's me right there." The guy busted out like, he said, "That is you." The people in the store was like, "That's you." And I was actually riding the bike. And so wherever they play their little clips at, that's where it showed up. So is it under?
Well, see, you probably got the big one. You got the 9 liter, right? You got the big one.
Right.
Yeah, so I know you gangster like that. You're not gonna get just the little stuff. Man,
so
this is a bad demonstration. You're telling me to go to the Wander site.
No,
we got people watching on my channels, on your channels, and we're not delivering the goods. Golly,
I'll find it because it was tripping me out because I was sitting there and I'm like, wait a minute. So wait, did you just scroll past where they had videos at? Like right under, so it's him. Is that guy reviews? I don't know. Hopefully he's not in the reviews or something. All right. You can come up with something else. I'll find it. I'll tell you exactly how to navigate to it.
Man. See, you got an affiliate code? I need to get one too. Because I got rid of all my Peak Design stuff. I gave it to my daughter. So she's rocking all some nice Peak Design stuff. And I
might be getting rid of this other
one.
So shop Road Sling, and then when you shop Road Sling, then it's okay, because they got the one dude on the bike down there, and then I went to the Road Sling, dude, because they got orange. So I got the orange, but the other colors they have are just fabulous, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna find it.
You know they're good when you use big words like fabulous. Well, you
yeah, fabulous, man.
You know it's good, boy, when you use it. I don't see you, man. I don't see. I see everybody else. They done took you down. You must have said something.
No, they ain't take me down. So you got features.
Just it might be talking bad about Facebook, but I'm coming back. Shouts out to Facebook, coming back.
I saw that. What is up with you coming back to Facebook? What did that mean?
Man, I can't. Okay, so I'm having challenges with this in terms of building community and fostering community, right? So there's two trains of thought. We'll find this later. You find it when you can.
Yeah, I'll find it. Take that off.
There's two trains of thoughts, right? Either
come on, transitions.
meet your community where they are, or take them to where you want them to be.
Okay.
Right. I don't like living and working off of rented land. Right, Facebook, something I don't completely own and things of that. I would rather have something that I own, that I'm building, that kind of thing. So it's like, Mighty Networks versus Circle versus some of those types of platforms where I can pull people to. But it's harder to get people out of their norm. For me, it's harder for me to move people from what they're normal, what they're more comfortable with, and say, go over here to Mighty, download this app and get all of the notifications and get all of that premium content, things of that nature over here, when they're already here on Facebook. I got 2,000 folks already liking the brand page over there. So I've already got the community over there, and I'm trying to move them to something else for my own selfish reasons. So I'm having challenges with that. I still think that I'm going to do something of some sorts, either have the broader community, maybe, like the Facebook brand page or something like that, but have kind of like, the Pat Flynn says, the super fans, have those real, consciously engaged folks over on Mighty, to where it's actually a charged premium experience. So I keep bouncing back and forth. That I literally have sleepless nights thinking about how to implement this and how to deploy it. So if you got some ideas about, again, meeting people where they are, we can mess around and have a little sermon about that too. Meeting your crew, meeting your community where they are, as opposed to trying to take them to somewhere where you want them to go. Come on now, let me look in the comments while you get your books open.
So already, I like what Tech Troublemaker's saying. I'm having the same issues trying to fall in love with Discord, but I am trying be where the community wants to be. So it's almost like trying to compete with a mall and get everybody to come to your spot when everybody can just go to the mall as a one-stop shop, right? You got to have a specific type of food that's not in the mall, period. So Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Yes, sir.
Or Lola's, right, in Vegas and Arizona. So they're kind of like the same thing.
Okay.
Oh no! Look! I was on they Instagram too, man. Me and Tina did a video of Lola's, but it's kind of like Steve already said a hook, right? What's the hook that I can't
get? Though that's my dude right there. We got some.
He's on it. Steve is on it. It's Steve,
I used to work with Steve back in the music field, and so Steve, Keith, Grammy-winning producer right here. So we got something in common. Just Kevin Bacon degrees of separation. All right, I'm sorry. Keep going. Don't listen.
So no, Steve is on. I'm a piggyback. I'm a team player with everybody. I like what y'all saying. I'm a preacher, so I'm like, talk back to me, congregation. But it's like, you taking what he said and you taking what Tech Troublemaker saying. When everybody jumped at Discord, it's like, oh, let's go to Discord. I was kind of confused because I'm like, okay, maybe Ecamm community needs it, but and cycling. So I ride, and we have a thing called Zwift. On Zwift, you're on the bike. So you kind of want to just be on your phone. You don't want to give everybody your phone number. So they have a Discord channel so that we're in the game. And the hardest thing to do is ride a bike and try to type and communicate. Right. So everybody just jumps in Discord and they talk and they say, everybody pump it up 18 watts, and it's all on Discord. That has its function. In a community like this, if at the end of the day, we just want to go, oh, look at my new lens, or, oh, hey, where's the best mic and this, that, and the third. What the heck I need Discord for? It's like, people are right here. When you wake up in the morning, you either looking at Instagram or Facebook. You're not looking at LinkedIn unless you're a straight business person and you know that language.
That's true.
You're not looking straight at YouTube unless you're trying to learn something. If you just want to say, hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on? Who birthday is it? Whatever. Where do you go? You go to Facebook. You don't even really go to Instagram to find out who birthday it is. If you need to chatter about what happened in San Francisco or whatever, you don't go to Instagram for it necessarily.
Yeah.
You go to Facebook and you find out because everybody's there now. We call it the old people join, but grandmama's there, but also the kids that was hating on it, they start sliding and dipping in there too, because you get more cash at for your birthday, young teenager, from auntie and uncle if you at least got a profile on Facebook. Amen. True. Because everybody ain't going to TikTok looking for you. So it's kind of like, even with TikTok, I know some photographers that I got cool with that got thousands of people following them on Instagram. I went to their TikTok. They might got 900.
Wow.
Ain't nobody paying them no mind. And I'm like, they're large over here because photographers are sitting up in Instagram more so. And then they're in groups in Facebook. They're not on your regular pages because you got people, family and stuff. Most of my family, I don't even follow them on Instagram. So to answer your point,
interesting.
It depends on what are you throwing out there. So if if you're throwing out soul food, people ain't going to the mall up in the bougie part to really get soul food. I mean, they gonna go to the hood. You understand what I'm saying?
That's
if you really want Mexican food, listen, let's be 100%. If you really looking for Mexican food,
make it plain, boy. Make it plain.
You are not going into the hood with a bunch of colored dudes or with the Italians. I'm sorry. When you want good Chinese food, chopsticks and all, you're not going into Little Italy. You're not going into Rafiq's neighborhood. You go into Chinatown. So where's the tech and everything at? Yeah. It's right here on Facebook and Instagram.
I'm still having a hard time. Well, it's true. I'm still going to live there. I think that there's going to be a path of least resistance where I do meet the community where they are and take advantage of the platform. It's just, again, kind of like Steve was saying, I wanted to build my own, right? I wanted to own and I can still have that piece, but I don't know. It's just difficult. It's just because we don't own the content out there, and I want to limit all of the distraction. I want to limit the ads. I want you know what I'm saying. If you come to Hicks New Media or you come to the Digital Collective, I want you to be given information that you're coming specifically to look for. I don't want you to be getting a whole bunch of political ads, a whole bunch of weight loss ads, a whole bunch of other stuff that's not focused on that particular activity that you're trying to do. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll work it out. There'll be a mixture of it. I'll bounce back and forth between it, have some more sleepless nights. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, James. What is it? You're taking the knowledge of what the obstacles are, right, to create the new path, right? So you have to find out what the challenges are to create the new path. You look at what's the problem with cars to figure out how to make a new car. Okay, gas was a problem. So Elon Musk, what does he do? He, does Tesla. You make it electric. Then sooner or later, somebody's going to find out what's the next problem. When it runs out of gas and runs out of electric, per se, it's kind of like, how do I refuel it? So somebody's doing the swappable batteries is the next big thing that you're going to need, right? So with this right here, you think about it. If you really want to help people, your thing of helping people is not to make them handicapped to need you all the time. Because if that's your goal, then you're doing a business. If you're doing a business, you can't give them something that satisfies them for a lifetime. So you always got to be 20 steps ahead and piece them for what they need now. So they got to pay you again. So you got to tell them the best mic you can get is an MV7. And then you get them all hyped on that. And then you already like 2 years ahead of them. And then when they say, oh, I'm tired of MV7, and you go, hey, you need to upgrade to the SM7B. Then you keep your mouth shut. And then you say, hey, you need to put a Soyuz box or a cloud lifter on it. But you already had that 4 years ago. You just piecing it out so that you can monetize off of it.
Yeah.
The one thing most time we don't say is, I'm trying to eat off of this. So here's how you remix it. If you're trying to eat off of it, then you do consultations. Here's the way I do consultations. I'm not going to make my room in your room. I'm going to take the knowledge I have on how I made my room, and I'm going to make you a room unique for you, which relatively could be better. But I'm always satisfied because I made the room, and I can always remix mine. If I come up with an idea to make yours better than mine, I'm still winning. You're paying me because you want the room, right? But what I'm not going to do is say, hey, let's do a masterclass on sight and sound. Yeah. And that's the hustle. Because if you keep doing that, people going to figure out there's other people out there smarter than you on YouTube giving it up for free. So why am I paying you for it?
That's it right there.
You see?
No, that's literally right there.
Why am I paying you to tell me what's the best mic? Listen, again, I am the black sheep of the Ecamm family and everybody else. Watch this here. I'm open to watching people go, Hey, Keith, what kind of camera you got? Oh, that's nice. Hey, Doc Rock, what you doing? Hey, James, where'd you get that sign from? And they write all this stuff down. The next thing you know, master class. And I'm sitting there like, here you go. Right?
We dropping names up in here now. We telling it like it is, y'all.
we doing a master class on auto camera switching. For real, come on, man. Why are we doing that? And honestly, for the people that's trying to get the bag, I get it, because there's some people that's just that lazy. But if that's what you do, cool. The problem is you got to reconcile with yourself and say, am I a hustler or am I a helper?
Yeah. And be honest with you, that's the realization that I've literally recently come to. I was trying to fit myself into other people's molds and other people's boxes, trying to follow others as opposed to doing what I'm best at. I'm best at teaching and consulting. I'm not the one to come out here and design courses. I'm not. I'm the one. Right. I'm the person one-on-one for 45 minutes for X number of dollars, helping you with your information technology or business consulting opportunities and challenges. That's what I do, and that's recurring, right? That's not just one course, one masterclass, or whatever that you pay $99.99 for, and then it's done, and then it has to be refreshed. That's not the goal that I want to do, but that's the path that I was trying to go down. So I was in my own way, and if my kids are watching, they know I say that a lot of times, right? Get out of your own way. And I was literally in my own way trying to figure out how, because I'm at that pivotal step right now of really ready to jump off and grow and do some of those other things. But having this conscious conversation with you and everyone in the community, anybody watching and listening, I got a lot of clarity right now. This is good stuff.
No, but you know what's crazy? You have it, because so I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and they watched this and they loved it.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, what is about the guy you like? And I said, you, because this is a person that knows me, and I'm like, you like what I do and you see how I do it. I said, but I'm not real good at explaining it to people that don't actually catch where I'm at, right? I said, and then the other thing is, I can do what James does. James can do what I do for the most part. I was like, but he's just better at it than me. Like what we do together. Like anybody you partner with, you only partner with somebody that's got that thing better than you, and vice versa. It's got to be something like, you don't have to always call out what it is.
But you got to compliment each other, right? You got to have a complimentary, especially personalities, and just, the way when we can feed off of each other. But I hear what you're saying. Yep.
Yeah, look at when we first were on the Instagram, when I'm like, oh, I got the Instagram button and I'm testing it and putting everybody on screen. Me, Doc, Diana, we talking for 50 hours. No structure, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You, DJ Strick, y'all got structure. Y'all kind of like, okay, we've been on here for an hour. Let's bring it to a point. Me and Doc, we going to a whole nother somewhere. Nikki's going, like, we just everywhere. And next thing you know, we like, dang, we've been on this joint for 4.5 hours.
Yeah, one of them 5-hour streams.
so see, that's cool for a pop-up, but I'm not going live every week with me and like a Doc, because it's like, it's going to be a problem, and we'll tank ourselves. So you provide the strength of saying, I can do all this stuff that everybody do. I got my mic, my camera, this, that, and the third. But you also, look, you got these buttons and stuff. I'm like, I can do it. I just don't have the tolerance to sit there and figure it out all the time. So I realize my strengths and weaknesses. So now here's the thing. Your strength would be your master class. So like me, my master class or my consultation is in my strength, not how to do a live. Yeah. It's just the tech part of a live, not the show itself.
That's very subtle. What you just said, that's very subtle, but there is that distinction. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, creators listening right now. I hope they picked up on that. Say that one more time, because it's very subtle what you said, but it's very distinctive, man.
Well, okay, how to go live and do live is two different things. So I, like me, when I get off of here, like I look at everything, like I purposely have it dark. Like I had the light on over there and it was more even, but I wanted the colors to pop and a little shade darkness behind me, whatever. So the glasses will stand out and stuff. I'll sit there and play around with stuff like that. India is funny because India did a matte finish on her mic, and she's like, because the glow, I deliberately did this so that the glow is hitting off of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that the light is bouncing off. Those aesthetics and stuff, yeah, of course, the camera switching and all got it. But now we need structure to be on for an hour and figure out, and we're winging it, but James is still putting structure in there. It's because of me that James was late coming on, because James gave me the email, gave me the link, linked up my YouTube at the same time, got the buttons going, the overlays and all of that. And I'm going to cut across the field and give it back to you. I actually have a client that I'm helping him with. Here's the camera, here's the camera, here's the camera, get the cam links, get that, the Cal digit. But his other problem is, okay, I'm kind of camera shy and I'm trying to figure out how to structure and do the show that I'm trying to do. Okay. And I'm sitting there like, I'm not your guy for that. Right? I'm not your guy. And I'm sitting here like, I'm literally going to call you up and be like, yo, dude, you need to pay my boy James. And this is not a hustle. This ain't no like, oh, I'm trying to throw my man some money.
That's what it is.
It's because you already know. And here's the thing. I can show it to him and say, look at how James does his stuff. Just go through any YouTube that he has, look at it, and see the structure. When my buddy goes, oh, I see it, it's going to be like, yeah, I don't know his rates an hour, but you need to get on the Ecamm link or Zoom, get with him, and your money's going to be well spent, because I can vouch he knows exactly what he's doing. That's my guy, that's my buddy, but I'm not the guy to help him to do his show. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm the guy that he got his soft boxes, right? He got some dope. I told him to get one thing. He got something different, right?
He bought two of them. You told him just buy one. He bought a pair, didn't he?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got the whole thing all linked up. Let me see. Where's my stuff at? Is it moving? I'm gonna play with stuff because I don't have it set up.
Go and hit them buttons. Go and hit them buttons.
Yeah, I got him set up to do all of this stuff, right? But once we do that, that one's not linked. But once we do all of that, right? He's stuck. If he relying on me. I'm like, now you need James, because James knows what to do. James can tell you, you have to do this. Do you have this account? Are you on here? You got to have this email for people for your call-ins and stuff. I have none clue. Sorry.
You have literally taken me over the top in terms of, and I knew it, but it's just one of those things which you kind of have to hear it again from a trusted resource and a trusted friend. And I'm just glad I have folks like you in my life to help out with that. I see everyone in the comments. Chief was good to see you, brother. He likes to like the colors Chief. You got. Chief said he likes them colors you got.
Thank you.
Motivated minds. Helpers rely on and are confident in their own unique experience to influence others. I don't bring anything new to my patients, but I provide it in my unique and personal way. Come on now.
I love it. I love it. That's money right there. You hit it.
Yeah. Flo talking about don't be stuck like Chuck. Don't be stuck like
Come on, Equip. Don't be like stuck. My girl Siobhan Shipman, she says, go live and do live is different.
Yeah, I saw that. Listen, go live. Man, that's all these ideas. I'm gonna put these on shirts. There'll be some new shirts in the merch store in 2 weeks. I'm with all these sayings. I'll give y'all 5% of the I'll cut y'all a deal, give you 5%. You know I got that shirt too that you got right there. You got me buying more. If I'm not wearing my merch, I'm wearing the stuff you got.
Well, I gotta wear your merch, so I gotta get it. So because I got Diana's, I got everybody. So I'm gonna order the merch, or just send me a medium and just send me the bill, like whatever it is.
I ain't gonna lie to you. My stuff is kind of hot. So
it's real hot because
I'm gonna do the Kirk Nugent. I'm not gonna be humble on the live, right?
Gotta put this on.
I'm not gonna be humble on the live. I'm gonna tell you. Okay, let me go. When I go to the site, since Wandered, you're not on Wandered like you said you were.
I'm on it. I just couldn't find it.
I don't know what's going on. Shouts out to Fourth Wall for hosting the Hicks New Media merchandise. Man, we got some dope stuff. Look at that Advocate. There you go. Because I don't like the word influence. I'm all about the Advocate.
Look at you. See that?
Yeah. Oh, it's hot. No, it's hot. Look, do better to be better. I heard my niece said that one day we were out of town on a vacation. She said that to me in passing. I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna put that on some gear. Do better to be better. Yeah. Okay, I'll send y'all the links, but I'll give you a discount code too.
I got it. It's on Instagram. Oh, that's the problem. No, seriously, it's on Instagram. That's what they did. So on IG, a matter of fact, did I hit start on Ecamm? Okay, so so you can see my screen there.
Yeah,
there it is. See, it's in Instagram. So
Ecamm, yeah.
So let me see. So when you go to their website and you go on the Rogue Sling there, and then you slide over, there I am there. So they got the other videos, guy pulling the camera out the bag in the snow, and then they got me there riding the bike. So it's on Instagram. That's why you didn't see it.
All right, hold on. So if I go to their IG, and I'll get it here on a bigger screen. Let's do this. My dad is giving you some props. He says I can listen to this guy talk. Talk about
Lord.
me all day.
I'm a rambler, so y'all can tell me to shut up sometimes. I'm so sorry.
Javon talk about that's definitely a t-shirt. Yeah, listen, we gonna do that. So is this it right here? The one with the one-way sign? That looked like Philly. That just looked like Philly.
No, so you went under the bag though, right? Did you go to the sling bag?
I'm on their IG site right here.
So here's the thing. I don't know if it's just under the phone. So you got to go to the sling. You got to find that the sling is there. Oh, you got to hit the view shop. Do they have a view shop button on the online? It's probably just on the phone.
Let me take a look.
But if they have a view shop, that's where
I'm just clicking on random links here. Hold on now. See store locator. I don't want to just be hitting random links on a live because who knows what might pop up.
Wait, was it up top? You just missed it. Go back up.
Real.
Okay, see under their award-winning gear and see the link tree. Under their link tree. Is it called link tree or something?
Oh, that's where I went. And it was just their colors, store locator.
Okay, go to Rogue New Colors, and it might be under there. But I don't know. Don't they run different on like the web pages? Because that's where you went before.
Yeah.
So they may not play it on this. It's probably just on the
all right. So I looked at the 9 because I know you got the 9. Let's look at the little dude. Let's look at
it's the 6. It would have to be the 6 though.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I hit view shop and then I go to Rogue 6, right? And you see the color bags. So when they show you the color bags, you scroll through them, the different colors, and then the video comes up.
All right, so I know you got the orange, so let's hit that orange. This is terrible. You know what?
So it's probably the other so that column right there.
Yeah.
Is it in that one? It's where they play the videos, but I think they have it optimized only for
on the website versus the mobile. Okay.
Yeah, because they got these other bags. Ladies and gentlemen, it was because of James that I actually got into this road. I mean,
I got you hooked on
this Wanda. You put me on him. You put me on him.
I'm texting you like in the middle of the night, man. You better get these bags. You better get. No, and I couldn't afford them either at the time. But I said, man, you better get these new bags.
But ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the Wandered, you got to go to Wandered on Instagram.
Yeah.
And if you hit the view shop and hit that Rogue Sling, you'll see yours truly once you slide that little button and go, and then you'll see the unboxing that guy and the ski guy. Then there it is.
Oh, look at that. That's a bad man right there wearing them tight shorts.
You put me up on it. You put me up on these. These bags are so fire.
I told you I got rid of all my other ones, all my Peak Design ones, and shout out to them because I was rocking Peak for a long, long time. I got rid of all of my Peak Design bags, and I'm all Wandered. I'm looking over here. I got too many bags. Anybody need some bags?
So I like the backpack, but the thing is, me and the guy in the store were both saying I just don't like carrying backpacks anymore.
Okay.
But it's the best backpack to me. It's the best backpack, and my Peak Design backpack, I loved it. It was just something with it. It wasn't Peak Design that was the problem. It was just I'm just not a backpack fan. I don't want to have to keep doing this. The sling, you just throw it right here.
Because you're using it more for photography, right? And you need that easy access. And actually Wandered is just more comfortable than some of the Peak stuff as well. But, I use my Provoke bag that's my everyday carry. So
that Provoke is the bomb. Yeah, if I wore backpacks, that's it. I literally was going to get it just because it felt so good.
Yeah. I don't need to see how much I paid for the bag, but I just, I got the black in the 41 liter. Oh my goodness, man, that's hot.
That thing is sweet.
Come on now, tell somebody something. I should. That's
a bag. That's a bag. Honestly, if you do backpacks, you want that backpack that James has. I promise you. If the way it fits, and then I didn't understand. The thing is so easy, but at first you don't know if you're going to break it or not.
Right.
The clip right here, best clip ever. Yeah, it literally just goes click and you good, and then you pull him off. I just don't wear the backpacks.
We'll take it. Hey, tall boy, I'll take care of you, man. I got some bags that I'm not using, but all of my stuff I keep in high condition. The next time I'm in Atlanta, next time I'm in the 404, I'll connect with you. And we'll.
That's where Corey's at in the 404.
Yeah, tall boy out there in Atlanta, hot Atlanta, out there on Peach Street.
So Corey, you can put definitely you can put a laptop in the one that James has, and the crazy thing is you can put a laptop up to a 16-inch in the sling.
Mm-hmm. In the sling,
dude? No, in the sling you can put it. Listen,
come on, go get it. Man. Go get it. Come on, go
so
full
look,
screen.
The sling, literally right here, right when you open this here. This drops down and the laptop fits this way and it like goes perpendicular right here, right? And it actually has a clutch to sit over the top and it sits down the bottom, and you can still put a tripod on here. It's the most ridiculous bag, makes sense, whatever. When you're wearing the sling, your camera's never going to fall out the bag because it opens outward and it clutches it. So even if you're leaning down, camera's not falling out. So and I dig through these bags, man. I literally, because I'm like, if you putting $1,000 worth of gear in there, last thing you want is to forget that your bag open and it goes sliding out. The most comfortable bag. It's got the strap on there to hold it. So if you in a bad neighborhood and you got to run.
Where is India on right now? Is India Delgado on right now?
Listen,
she know.
If you gotta run, it got a clip. That bag will sit and hug you. Yeah, it'll hug you, man. Hug you real good.
You got to be careful out there in these streets, especially when we walking around with all this gear. This is a different conversation. This is a good conversation because we normally have to have some. More emotional conversation. Sometimes it's just good to laugh. It's good to kick back. We still gonna teach y'all something. We making you spend your money now. We got you buying bags and shirts and hats and whatever else. Some chicken. We sent people to Roscoe's. Everywhere else.
And Lola's.
Shouts out to Lola's. Yeah. My goodness, Yeah.
They're so like the same though. Lola's and Roscoe's, but Lola's got more stuff going on.
Yeah, they do. Lola's got a little bit more of a variety. So get out of your comfort zone, folks. Go to some different restaurants, especially when you travel. Don't always go to the Olive Garden.
That Olive Garden will hurt you, player. It hurt you. Not good.
Don't always go to. I don't know. What is it? I don't know. I'm gonna stop messing with folks. What you got? Come on. So which one is that?
Talking about equipment, I went and got for $400 the old Zeiss 55 1.8, and I love it. Yeah, because I was going to get the Sigma 50, and I checked it.
So the Zeiss 55, that's full frame.
Yeah, full frame.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Okay. And this boy is old. I think it's almost like 10 years old. The lens is. Or something like that. But when I say the quality glass, 1.8,
yeah.
And it's no clickers on there, no in-body stabilization, none of that stuff. But when I say just for a good prime and low light and all,
yeah.
Oh my gosh. So the pictures I did, I used this lens for some of the latest pictures I put up. The one with my son in the hallway.
Yeah,
I put up that's this lens right here. I mean, and then I got that 35 G Master.
Well, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. That's
Listen, I never had a prime. I didn't have any primes other than the APS-C primes. I didn't have any primes. So I got a prime now. Good to go.
Look at that, boy. That just wait here. Oh, hold on. Let me get to the screen right here. And there we go. Bam. There you go.
Ooh. That's the Zeiss 55.
Looking like daddy. Okay. That's
Zeiss 55. Right there. Hey, you want to see a picture I did with the 35? Oh my goodness. And my neighbor didn't see this yet.
Bruh. I look at the aesthetic pieces, right? Because like I told you about that other picture, right? I noticed all the little nuances, the noise and the blur sometime, the color coordinated flowers in the background there. I know, well, Tina probably has something to do with that. You ain't had nothing to do with that.
You see this here?
Yeah. That's your neighbor's car too?
That's my neighbor, man. She, oof.
That's boy. Her car too? Okay.
Yeah. That's the car, boy. No, we don't. She the only one with a Lamborghini in our neighborhood. I mean,
y'all got that Grammy money out there.
Nobody else got nobody else around here got Lambos, okay?
Y'all got that Grammy money out there.
Nobody else. You hear her car when she started up, you hear it, you see it. I mean, then it does not represent the entire neighborhood. Trust me. It's a long story, but
nothing wrong with that. Hey, you know what? That's what we work for, right? You put a couple of dollars away for whatever you want to call it, a rainy day, retirement, this and that. But we work hard so we can play hard. You want to save hard. You want to be diligent with your money, but man, you can't take it with you. Can't take it with you.
Corey got that Tamron 70 to 180 2.8.
Oh, he got it today. Okay, we was talking about it because he's switching over to complete Sony. He was rocking some Canon stuff for a minute, and I gave him some thoughts and ideas about his stream. He's got a dope stream that runs too. He does a tech show every Wednesday over on his channel.
All right.
But yeah, I'm trying to get everybody over to Sony. I was on a stream today with Tom Buck. He put out a notice to all of the folks that subscribe and are members to his channel, and we got to talking about audio video, and I was talking about the ZVE1.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of the ZVE1. $2,500 for a full frame that just isn't completely, didn't blow me away. It didn't. It's just, why get that one?
It's the bomb, but.
No, it's the wrong price point, and they seem to have missed the mark. If they were trying to get folks to go from Panasonic, from Canon, from Nikon, from anything else, and really bring everybody else in, and there's smarter people that are out there talking about it. You look, the Diana Gladneys of the world, they can talk about this ad nauseum, and they can make more sense. But I'm not giving them my $2,500 for that body. I'm probably going to go all FX. So I got the 30 here as the primary. I'm probably going to go FX3.
So here's how. Okay, so date the body, marry the lenses. You hit it on the money, Corey. You did. I had to read it too. I had to read it slow. The cool thing is, I think the cool thing is, I married the lenses, and the body's always gonna be my side joints.
Because you've always been, except for the ones you got up top, right? You've always been full frame. So you
with photography, right?
Yeah.
Because so I'll say this, and I like these. I'm gonna start getting back into some of these conversations because I think I found a lane. I think my assignment is to deliver people from FOMO and gear acquisition syndrome.
Talk about that a little bit. Come on. Here go the lesson for the day, folks. Here go the lesson.
Unless you just got them pockets, right?
Yeah.
It's okay, people. So we're going to pick up what we talked about before. Unless you are living the life of reviewing, meaning, first of all, you got to just spend the money to get the stuff until they send you the stuff. So I'll say it again. You got to spend the money to get the stuff until they send you the stuff, because they believe that you're going to make an impact. The problem is, as an influencer, you start to become the person that has to sell people on something that really don't need to be sold on people. That's just the nature of the beast.
Yes.
Or you start sounding like some YouTubers I watch that says, hey, we're not sponsored by anybody. This is just straight, off the cup. I'm just going to give you my opinion about this Zeiss 55. Sony's not paying me, this, that, or the third, but I got an affiliate link and you are supporting me. I'm being honest. If you decide to get what I tell you about, you're supporting me. Cool. That's the transparency. Here's the thing, though. I watched that camera come out and somebody hit me, and I think even Marshall Fox was like, yo, what you think? And I'm like, dude, you got an A7C. You don't even need it, right? Because what I learned with some of my clients, I don't have to deliver 4K to everybody. And I'm still getting top dollar by corporate.
Yeah.
They don't even want the 4K because they need something downloadable.
Ready for it, right? Because we're ahead of the curve of what's expected today, right? Today it's only 1080. It's regular full HD as opposed to 4K. So I hated to interrupt you, but again, we are
you're right.
5 steps ahead of what the expectation is for anyone paying real money for digital content creation. 1080p is fine.
Corey hit it on the money. People still on 1080, right? Yeah. So like somebody like you and I, you know what our assignment is to help people to get back to creatives. It's focus. It's getting back to you and not the stuff, right? Because stuff is good, but I would argue get stuff based on your creative space of using it. So I follow people that are like minimalists, right? And they tell you that if you got an impulse to buy something, right? They said, look at it. And if it's over 1% of your yearly income, they was like, don't do it. If you still want it, then after 3 days, then get it, right? So I thought about the 35 lens before I took the impulse. I went through Sigma or G Master. I differentiated and said, is it worth going from $750 on sale and going up to over $1,000 for 35? And I'm like, a 35 is about personality. The pictures speak, the framing. The 55 has something to do with it. So here's the thing. When you get to the ZV-1, I looked at it and I'm like, they just put out an FX30, right?
Yep.
Everybody's jumping on it. Why? Because somebody realized, even though I got a full frame camera, right? Most of the time what I'm trying to shoot is cropping it anyway, right? Or to save space, this, that, and the third, I'm doing crops or something like that. It's lighter to have a crop lens and all that, the rig. So they come out with a full frame ZV. Here's how they get everybody. Everybody's used to the ZV-E10, the ZV-1. So now the new one that came out full frame, they go, oh, it's a full frame. And it's just like, oh, they got y'all. First problem is some people can go, oh, I'm going to do photography with it. Well, when you really start doing photography, you'll realize you want to put your eye in this thing right here.
Come on now.
Right. You want to be able to do this. You want to be able to do that. But then you want to start getting and feeling it in here. That's why I stopped using the A7C. Because I was like, I don't like it over here. It just feels weird. It don't feel photography not being in the center. So the ZV, you got people lying to themselves, and people are going to find the money to go up there. They're going to say, hey, they got the thing where I can do this and it'll follow me around. Okay, how many lives do you do, or how many pre-recordings do you do? And are you a person that uses Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere? Well, not really. Then why are you buying that? Right? Because if you really want to be
tools and you may have the software, but you still don't know how to use it. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
But the thing I learned, you can't tell everybody that, and that's the nature of the beast. Or else the companies wouldn't be the companies that they are. The people that win are the ones that are still using an A7S. They're still winning. A7S3, they winning. They like, oh, that new joint is nice. They go out and they still making their money off of a camera that's like 4 or 5 years old.
Pretty much. Right.
Okay. I built the Cine rig.
Again, you think about it. You go into like a Tom Buck. You go to his studio and you open up his tool belt, his tool shelf. He's still got the old school cameras too, right? And those are still the ones that people are using, just like you said, making their money off of. Not always trying to have the latest and greatest bleeding edge. It's great. It's nice. Again, but if it doesn't resonate, if it doesn't make sense, why spend the dollars and cents? Wow.
Nah, it's about creativity, man. Today, I did a recording. We had to do a a Spanish version of something that my client Dr. Jackson did. And shout outs to my girl Chayla. She came in and she did the Spanish version of this whole thing.
Nice.
I switched the mic because she needed more space up here, and the SM7B was too big, so I put an MV7 up there.
Yeah.
Same thing, tomato. As True. Like nobody's gonna listen to that and be like, "Oh, the other mic sounded better."
you didn't have enough big bottom in that one. What? No, ain't nobody else listening for that.
Another case in point, A7 IV, right?
Yeah.
You had one of those. You sold it, right?
I sold it. Yeah, I did.
Okay, so A7 IV, best hybrid for now, and then the A7 R5.
Yeah,
I literally just pick up whichever one got the lens on it that I need. I put the settings pretty much the same in both of them. The one tracks cars better, and I was using that for the autofocus on cars, but then I forgot which one I had in my hand, and I got the pictures. Like, so when I go into Lightroom, I don't look at like, oh, that one I use the A7R5 or this one I use the A7 IV.
Yeah,
it's full frame.
It's negligible, the difference. And the only reason I got rid of the 4, I got rid of it before the firmware upgrade went out. And I think I told you about this because it was, it was locked in on my tripod and it was overheating here in the studio.
Right.
So, but now they got the firmware out. So when I do probably get another one, it'll be the 5 and then the FX30. But the R4 is amazing camera. Amazing camera.
That R4 is just still not the R4, the 4, the A7 IV, right? Yeah. The 5 is a beast, but I mean at 61 megapixels, you out there snapping. If you got a prime lens, you're pretty much shooting where you want to shoot because you had to move in for the shot or whatever, right?
True. Yeah.
You 41 megapixels, you good. Like you don't need the 61, 2, whatever. So I think it's 42 and then up to 60. Like,
so yeah, all of that is again, it's just tech specs, but where they get you is with that articulating flip panel. That 5 with that panel with the screen, that's hot. Okay,
so
that's the thing that'll make you want. I'm looking at the prices right. That's the thing to make you, instead of paying $24.99 for the 4, make you pay $38.99 for the 5.
Well, look. So here's something. So Motivated Minds, you're gonna laugh at me. This gonna crack you up. This is something that I touched on last time we were on. So when I go to look at somebody's YouTube and I want to get some information on the stuff, I know I can go to Gerald Undone, right? And Gerald's going to run down the algorithm, zoom in on the pumpkin to the dot on the, the spit from the ink, and comparing lens. Got it. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Then shout out to our boy Tom Buck. Tom is going to spend time and let the dog pose and take Heather jumping rope and listen to when an airplane passes by.
Real world scenarios. That's true.
He's going to put it through and go on the beach with it and do something. You got to be careful of the people that's like, oh, I went to Best Buy and held the lens. And you know what? It's not really. I'm like, man, go sit down somewhere. Like,
wait a minute, what?
This ain't what you do. How that's going to help you. So if I were to get into that game and do it, I got both of these. So I'm going to tell you, you know what? If you get an A7 R5
come on now,
and you start doing this with the lens, when you switch to the A7 IV, you're going to be like, daggone it. You're going to be mad because I had to do a funeral, right? And I was sitting there being discreet. I did a good job.
Hold on. Look at you flexing right now. You see, you had the 5 there with the little lens. And then you pull out the 70 to 200 on something. Why are you flexing like that on these folks?
Look, I went to move the screen, and that's when I realized which camera I had in my hand, because I was just like, I wanted to pull it out here to line up the shot straight forward.
Yeah.
But this is the thing that reviewers don't tell you. When somebody comes to you and says, yo, man, I want to go to full frame, but my budget tight. You can convince them. You can get somebody who has the FOMO and the gear acquisition syndrome that got the pockets, right? That's trying to go to the A7R5 that just came out. But they got a great A7S3 or A7 III or something like that, right?
Which is the truth too. Yeah.
Right?
Nothing
or
wrong
A7R. You tell that person with the low budget, go to that person and get their camera and lowball them as far as you can go, because they're real anxious to get some kind of money for the next camera. But what you need is in that camera.
What you need is in that camera.
What you need is in that camera. Like, I'm gonna tell somebody to get the A7. If they came to me and said, I'm gonna get the A7R because of the flippy screen, I'm gonna be like, you know what? The 4 is a great buy. If you're going to do video and photos and you need to be the bomb and you try to make some money and you need some good glass, save the extra money between those two cameras. Look at that. 3,800 down to 24. That's a big shift.
That's real money.
You done got
money.
You can get 2 prime lenses out of that joint. Cause see, I'm gonna tell you the package. You get a Zeiss 55, you can get one of these used on sale for like $400, right? You get one of these, you get you a 2470, or you get like what Sammy got, or the Tamron like Corey's got.
Yeah.
And you go make some money and then you upgrade. But that A7, you can keep it. The 4, if you get a 4 now, you good. You future proof it. Yeah. The stuff that's in the 5 is not really.
Got that firmware update. Listen, I almost wish that I hadn't gotten rid of it, but I was impatient. But yet now there's literally no issues with it. It doesn't overheat or anything like that. Hold on, but bring the 5 back up because you was flexing on with the small rig.
No, that's the 5.
I know. Okay, you was flexing with the cage. Go, God, look at that, color coordinated.
So look, the cage is dope, but I'm about to get rid of the cage, right? Or I may try to paint it. Here's why. So you remember the company that came out? It was called, I forgot the name of the company, but they made the leg on here, right? So that you can turn the camera. Okay. So on this lens here, you have the shoe on there, so you can change the camera. Right. So if you got the camera here, you can just do it that way and not change the focus point. You don't have to move it if it's on a tripod.
That's what Ulanzi and all are trying to do right now with their rings. Yeah.
Right. You're not able to do it with a smaller lens, right?
True.
So a company had came out with it. The name slips me right now. I know that if somebody knows, put in the comment section. The company came out with one. And I seen it literally kind of get buried. Next thing you know, Small Rig got one and Ulanzi got one. And I think what they did, whoever came up with that idea, I think that they got paid by these big companies. They cha-chinged. So here's the thing though. So you can't use it on your cage. So you have to get a whole nother in order to use it.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to figure out how to modify it, right? So that I can redesign and make some money and be like, the thing is, the consumer wants to keep their cute little cage on it and be able to do that. You see what I'm saying?
And I don't know, it's the same thing. I don't know why Ulanzi's charging more. It's literally the exact same thing. It's $60 from them, but Small Rigs is only like $40. It's but oh well.
So here's the difference. Ulanzi, the mounting on it is a little bit different. And you can actually turn the camera over, all the way over. Small Rig, you can't turn it all the way over. You can only turn it on the side.
All right.
So you can only go side and back. You can't turn it all the way over.
Hold on. We got some more celebrities in the room. Let me recognize Doctor. We got the fireplace in the building.
The fireplace is around. See that?
Where my music at? Where my triggers at? God. Hold on.
The fireplace is in the house.
Yeah, we got all these A-class people in the building. Appreciate you, sir, for being here. Thank you. We over here spending money. Yeah, we having some lessons. We having our devotion, but we also spending this Amazon money that we got.
So look, that's funny because my big bro, he asks, is that a limited edition cage? Yeah, it is. But the thing is, it's got to go because that piece on there, I love that piece to be able to just like take the camera. So when I'm doing a wedding or a function, the last thing you want to do, you got the genius in the room that says, oh, use an L bracket, you just take it. I was like, dude, who wants to unclip the camera, turn it over, your center is off now, right, to go back over here. That ring on there, you literally just shift it and you still got the same focal point and you reorient it. So somebody's going to figure out how to do it where you can keep your cage on and not have to take your cage off and then put that on there. But for me, I'm cool. So yeah, see, it's more on that because they're adding a whole cage piece to the bottom. So the only thing I don't like about it is you now don't have a cage around the camera.
Gotcha.
So they literally have to redo it and put a cage around it.
There we go. Okay. Yep.
You see?
That right there. So I'm gonna file that right here because there's a consulting moment right there. Someone comes to me and asks me, should I get the Ulanzi or the small rig? There it is right there. There's the rationale behind the $30-$40 extra. Okay.
I still think the Ulanzi is kind of better.
I like Ulanzi though.
I don't have the Ulanzi, but the Ulanzi seems I would get it. Matter of fact, I should just grab the Ulanzi because I already have the small rig.
Let me send you an affiliate link right quick. Hold.
Oh, good. You got a Ulanzi affiliate link? Send me the affiliate link so I'll grab it. You understand what I'm saying? I'll grab that one.
Listen, man,
because
I got these 2 kids in college, man. I need to make sure that
you making me think now because the Ulanzi might fit on here and I might be able to keep the cage. That's what I want to do. I want to keep the cage on there. Ladies and gentlemen, James has a Ulanzi.
I got it. Somewhat. Hold on. I'm not going to do this live again because I don't know what I'm doing. I'll use my Genius.
Why not?
Because I don't know. I'm going to get flustered here. I'm going to hit the wrong button and who knows what happens. I don't know.
Where's Sammy at? Sammy superstar.
Sammy's standing in front of Adorama right now.
So Sammy,
Sammy's standing in front of Adorama and B&H. He right there at the corner because I know that corner in New York. Peloton is right across the street, and then you walk across, like the Beatles, right across the street, and you take a picture right in the middle of the street. You walk into B&H, then walk
I know
down the
Sammy's
road to,
probably.
No, it's not Adorama. What is it? No, it is. It's Adorama down the road. That's right.
So Sammy, a 70 to 20, he got the 28 to 70. So that ring on there literally allows your lens to do the same thing that the big telephoto lenses do. And when I say it's like, it's the best with the mounting because now you got your piece under here. Once you put that thing on the tripod there, if you want to change anything, matter of fact, that the Palm Sunday picture that I did, I was taking horizontal shots and then I'm like, I need more headroom and I need a tighter shot. What do you think I did? I just took the camera and did this. Notice the camera ain't go nowhere.
Gotcha.
So the knucklehead that's saying, oh, your tripod can do it on the side, notice the center. It goes over here now. Now you got to move the whole tripod to get your center shot. So whoever came up with this was just genius to come up with that. And Small Rig and Ulanzi, they basically, I guess they took the patent, they paid them off, and they were able to flip the design and come up with their way. Small Rig is great, but they were rushing so quick to get it out. I think that what happened is they didn't think about the person that likes their cages. So they just put this bottom piece on here, which is like, that's cute, but I still want if you want to mount something else to it, kind of stuff.
I'm just being quiet and marinating on this photo right here. We gonna have a moment of silence, and we gonna
Did you like that, man? Because I didn't like myself good. I'm just playing around with the backdrop and stuff.
That's hot. The beard is kind of washed a little bit, washed out, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're but no, the concept is hot. The concept is, I'll give you some feedback. What was the one that I gave you some feedback on? Hold on. This one right here. My goodness. Folks, this picture right here is
you keep that on. And that's with this little baby, that retro lens, man.
Yeah. This is retro. Isaac Hayes. This is Shaft. This is 70s all there, right? That little bit of blur, that little bit of noise, and just the focus on the eyes. Everything else is scattered focus. Man, come on. This needs to be in Time magazine right here. I'm gonna submit this to National Geographic. Somebody.
So look, case in point, right? The same thing with this. that old lens that doesn't have the new technology and stuff. Some knucklehead is going to say, oh, this lens is better because blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. And it has this, that, and the third in there. It has faster autofocus.
Yeah.
Who needs fast autofocus for somebody that's standing still? So you got portrait shooters talking about, I got this, it got faster autofocus. Right. I literally was sitting with a guy in the camera store yesterday, and the camera guy, the guy that works in the store is laughing because the dumbest thing you do is don't size somebody up if you don't know them, right?
Yeah.
So the guy's in the store, and I was in there with my A7 IV. Everything else was in the lock box in the car. So the camera guy is sitting there, and the other guy that was in the store, he was like, "Oh, what's that? The A7 IV?" He's like, "Yeah, I got the R5," and I was like, "Oh, that's what's up." And so he was like, "Yeah, that got more stuff in it, and it got this, that, and the third. You can do cars and stuff." So he's explaining the camera to me. I was like, "Oh, that's nice." And I was like, "What kind of lens you got on it?" He was like, "Oh, I got the Tamron, and then I got the Tamron." I'm sitting there like, "You got any Sony glass?" Well, I was thinking about getting that G Master. That baby hot. And I was like, so my man came out and was like,
okay.
He was like, actually, he said that's the main thing that he uses is that lens and the camera you got. He said, "Oh, you got that?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "What else you got?" I said, "I just got, other stuff." I said, "But mainly
a couple of things."
Yeah, I was like, mainly, I said, "Dude, you know what I'm rocking now? That 55 in this rig right here." He was stuck now. And then I pulled up my IG, and it's just like, "Come on, dude, we don't have to have a pissing match on gear."
Yeah.
And so in talking to him, I explained to him about don't just chase something and go down with specs that you don't use.
Oof.
That's the preach point right here. People are chasing specs that they don't even use, and you're messing up your creativity because you're chasing specs that you don't use. It makes no sense whatsoever. None.
All right, so let's bring the benediction on them right here. Let's bring it, because there it is right there. We're gonna be like crack addicts, right?
Corey? You feel me, Corey? It's like, come on, man. Let me get it right too. Crack addicts. I got you. When I go back to Atlanta.
Well, see, he mad because you call him Corey, but he over on Facebook. Okay. You could come over to YouTube and log in, then you can call him Tall Boy. But come on through.
But so like Tall Boy,
the benediction go ahead,
James. When I see Tall Boy in Atlanta, if I run into him down the streets, right?
You ain't gonna miss him.
Okay, no, I'm just saying. If we hang together, we complimenting each other gear. It's like whatever he got that I don't have, I'm be like, "All right, yeah, well, you got the 20. I don't even have a 20." It's like, okay, you big up the other person. We don't sit here, "Oh, I got this, I got that," because it's an old dude with an A7 original or something that's still doing better pictures than you.
Pretty much. That's true, because he knows his gear, knows how to use it, read the manual, right? So again, let me get my analogies right. We the dealers, we the crack dealers, only giving y'all a little bit, so we're gonna leave you wanting more. So the benediction is right here.
Don't go down with the specs. I like it. That's good.
I can't keep.
Don't go down with the specs,
don't go down with the specs.
Don't go down with the specs.
Motivated minds. That right there is the winner right there. I may send them some gear. Let's talk. Let's end on that statement where you were at right there, and let's recap that about not trying to follow the specs, not trying to go down with the specs. If you are doing photo versus video, get the equipment that does what it is that you needed to do, as opposed to trying to be like someone else who is doing something different, right? If you only need an A7C, which is a hot camera, I had one too. It was hot. The only reason I got rid of the A7C was because of the focus breathing, right? I was using some lenses that had some focus breathing problems, so I got rid of that. But if your forte, if your focus, if your method of designing and creating content is photography, why get a video centric body, right? If you're taking photographs, you don't need an FX30 or an FX3, because that's the wrong body for you. Now we gonna probably steer you to something Sony just because we know the quality and we know what they can do versus some of the other ones. Not talking bad about Nikon, not talking bad about Canon. I started with Pentax. Shouts out to them too. That was back when I was actually shooting with film. But Talk a little bit about that. Bring everybody home with that piece right there. Right, stay in your not stay in your lane, but again, I like what Motivated Mind says. Don't go down. Don't
with the specs.
don't go down with the specs. That's good, man. Bring them home with that.
Well, so here's a dilemma I had. So the nature of the beast is you get lenses like, oh yeah, I got f1.4, you know, f1.2, and it's that and third. The lower number you go, the heavier the lens is going to get. You go up, you know, somebody, oh, my thing can zoom way in. It's a 5.6, like, you know what I'm saying? And low light, you're screwed unless you got flashes and stuff, right? I kind of just got into that and learned that, whatnot. But the specs will kill you unless you know what you're doing, right? And so I needed prime glass. I got the prime glass. You know, you got newer stuff out there, better specs on there. And the one thing I ran across to help me was like, yo, don't even start pixel peeping. It's the dumbest thing you can do. Once you start pixel peeping, your creativity is gone with pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so specs, again, that newest ZV is the bomb, right? But if you watch the YouTuber, if you're just sitting in front of your camera at home, nobody's paying you no attention because you got the new ZV. It's like, okay, and like what? You can move to the left. Well, Apple does that in your daggone computer or your phone.
On your phone,
it can do that. It's like, but so do you do lives and do this on your live? Because if you don't do that, that feature's doing you no good.
Nobody. Hold on. So, okay, so I'm gonna call some names out. I don't know if Roy's still here too, but Sammy, I know you got that little Insta360 that does that. You know, the pan and tilt. I haven't seen you do a single live. Again, where it's face tracking you. Again, it's a great feature to have, and it's a nice toy. It's just like my cars, right? The Tesla will drive itself, right? I could be at the gym and it could be raining. And so when Summon first came out, folks were using it to, when it was raining, have the car come to them because they were too lazy to go walk to the car. It's a great party trick. But right. I'm not using it every single day. Okay, I'm sorry, but there it is. I'm sorry to put you on Front Street like that, Sammy. Man, go ahead, brother. Okay.
No, but you know what? It's a great point. It's kind of like I forgot which lens I had on here because, you know, on the one hand I'll have the
you got so many.
Yeah, like I had the Tamron. I had the Tamron 11-20 on here, right? So I put the 11-20 on there because this is the only zoom I had, so I can pull in and tighten it, right?
Yeah.
And then I switched up and I put the 16 back on there. So today I realized I was like, oh, my client was on, and I was like, you can see me in the background. I was like, oh, I got to tighten that. And I'm like, oh, that's the 16. Because I didn't know which one I had on there. It's like, it didn't actually matter, you know, because once you get the shot. The other thing is people in the community, 4K in the camera, and it's like you bogging the camera down. You worry why it's hot. It's because you putting on 4K to get a great quality for what? Like
a lot of folks
what?
A lot of folks that want to do 4K aren't taking advantage of the rationale and the reason behind 4K. The reason that folks, and I don't know if Chris Stone is here because he is a master at what he does. Listen, if you want to see someone that do it the right way, when you take something like this, a long form piece of content, and cut it up, that's when you definitely do want that higher resolution image, right? And that's when 4K matters. But a regular stream going to, was it Facebook and to LinkedIn? LinkedIn doesn't even accept 4K. They only accept 1080. There's another one of the major platforms that only supports up to 1080. And like Corey was saying, again, folks, regular folks, normal folks are still at just full HD. Barely got 2K TVs, and then 4K. All right. See, again, high horse here, and then it might be this. Might be this old fashioned kicking in too.
No, man. It's
let me stop.
So look, back to something that you said before we get out of here. It's about like your like community, right? Shout outs to my boy Jazzy Jeff. He said something on a post. So my buddy from Philly, he did Sunshine Anderson and did Full Moon for Brandy. Carl Thomas, I wish I never met her. That's his name, Mike City, right? And Mike put a post up about how hard the music game is now. And I think Jazzy Jeff and I kind of said the same thing. It's like my statement was feed your followers and other people see how good it is and want to taste. Right? If you feed your followers, then other people will notice them eating well, and then others will want to taste and try the food that you're offering. You don't have to change what you're cooking to get more people at the table. Cook what you cook, because somebody's going to eat what you cook. And then Jazzy Jeff put it like this. He said, make music for your tribe. Like, find your tribe and make music for them. So the happiness, the state is find your following. You have to do certain things if you're trying to get a following that you don't have. Yeah. So if you just want surfers to follow you, well, you got to buy a surfboard and go out on the beach. I mean, you got to give them a reason. If you want tech people to follow you, you got to dive in hard on tech. If you want fun people to watch you, you just got to stay fun. Right? It's not super difficult.
True.
You know, and you got to try to find that and do it. If you're trying to help people, you got to find out what are people really trying to be helped in. You know, you can maximize if you realize, or if you go in that lane and say, they don't want help. They just want stuff. And they just want to go, oh, look, I look great. All right. So you got to help build them a show. Do you have the tolerance for building a show for them? Yes or no? If you do, then that's your bag. If you don't, leave it alone. Just leave it alone. The rest of it you can always do by influence on you being the focus. So watch this here. If you are not a selfish person, then you doing you is not going to be selfish. You doing you is just going to help people because you love people. So me being me, I love people. And so I ain't scared to address the 300-pound gorilla in the room. Yeah. I ain't scared to go against the grain. You know, I'm not trying to take the bag away from nobody. I'll just clarify, just say, disclaimer, you're going for the bag. Like, just say that. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not. There's a certain bag that everybody goes for, including myself. Like, the bag that I know that's me is, hey, I need help setting up. Okay, I'm going to do that. But the rest of it is on you. Like, or you need to go to somebody else. And a bag's not bag. A bag is really business. A bad bag is just bad business. And bad business is if you're not clear on what that hustle is. You understand what I'm saying? Because when I start trying to, walk people through what I do here, it takes me out of my creativity. Honestly, it does. I'd rather train somebody, but I don't have the tolerance to sit there and walk people through it. And I'm not going to be slowed down trying to do it. It's the key to what I do is about creativity. And so creativity, you have to accessorize yourself. And I know I'm going to land the plane. You accessorize yourself with creativity. So now I got my Zooms, 24 to 70, 70 to 200. I'm good. If anything, it'll be that 24 down to 14 or something like that. Other than that, I got my 2 primes for what I do. And you, sir, my brother, are a perfect example. Case in point, you're not into photography as much as you are video. So if you and I next week or the following week go live on, let's look at what's in our closet and stuff, you're going to kind of be leaning into video stuff. So you would be the person that'll say, you know what? All right, I ain't going to be a hypocrite, but I got that new ZV. Well, we going to talk about it. We ain't going to look at you like, oh, see?
Like, there he goes.
Now, if I did it, it's not going to make sense. I'll tell you why. Because I got an A7C that's fully rigged with a matte box and everything on there. Ninja on it, battery joint, legs and everything. It's fully loaded. And guess what? I may use it once a month.
Is that the one that's in the custom kit that you made? Because you made a custom okay, and that's how
it's in the box. That thing looked like a monster, and I use it for corporate gigs when I set it up on the big tripod and put that there because it's got everything on there. I got the Zoom on there and plug it up and the mics go out and all of that big old battery and stuff like that. The matte box, and I got the follow focus to go in and out. But who's picking that up every day, running around the street with it?
It looks good. Hey, Sammy, we definitely need to get you on here, brother, because you would keep us honest for sure. But that's truth, man. Everything you said. Hopefully, folks got some value, man. Out of our
Anybody got any questions? Go ahead, ask me the hard question.
Ask the questions.
I'll answer the hard. At the
end of the day, I'm gonna do a little plug. I'm gonna say what Keith is wrapped up in the benediction. I'm waiting for my screen to change. He said, He said, "Stay focused on you."
Wait till you see what I pop off. So I'm about to go on a fast, right? A fast or a mission. I'm literally only going to use my 35 and 55 for like 2 weeks straight. That's it.
You're not giving up nothing. That's I mean, you still eating good if that's your fast.
No, I'm gonna leave this. I'm not even gonna put this on. Not even gonna put it on.
If you not, I'm
gonna just
in need. You
because here's the thing, you can't zoom, so you got to move for the shot. That's a hard discipline, bro. That's a hard discipline. I was so used to zooming and stuff, and I was just like, I gotta move into the middle of the street for that shot. You gotta walk to it to frame
brother.
it.
Appreciate you, man. Saying Keith with the cameras. That's true. So Sammy's asking, do you have the XLR adapter for Sony?
Okay, thinking of getting one. Okay, let's do this.
I didn't get mine.
So Sammy, I'm actually going to ask you why. That's the crazy part.
It's not a fair question to ask Sammy because Sammy got disposable income. Sammy not like the rest of folks, right? He go out there and he can buy things when he want to buy things.
Kevin,
you not the right person.
Sidebar, Kevin hit it on the money. No, Kevin, that's my challenge though. It's so bringing up the speed. I think he's on here. I got the old Zeiss 55 because I needed something in that 50 range, and then I got the G Master 35. But the interesting thing is, I was so excited with those lenses, but then I realized I was like, "Yo, I gotta move for this shot." It threw me off, but it boosts that creativity.
Yeah.
Where I can be creative with that Sigma, I can be creative with that, 70 to 200, but it's like to move to get it pulls out more in you instead of just taking the easy way out. So that can preach with your lives. People are buying stuff to make their lives easier.
True.
And they're actually making them harder.
That is true.
Okay.
Talk to him now. I'm gonna bring up. So, Sammy, this the one you talking about? The $600 XLR adapter. That's the one you talking about.
Go ahead, blow that money, Sammy. Go for it.
He got it in. He got it in his sock, right? I see mine.
Get it,
mine's
Sammy.
In my savings, and my savings and my checking are connected, so I got to move it from my savings.
If you're going to do video on the site for the XLR, if you are in your own spot, what's the point? You're right.
That's a good point.
Kevin hit it on the money. So I got the Zoom, right? The 32-bit float. I did my research to find out what's the big deal with 32-bit float. So it saves you from having to tweak levels. But the whole idea of that is I record into the Ninja 5, right? And I record into the Zoom. I put that in Final Cut, match it up, and only use the audio from the Zoom. If you're not doing that kind of work, then you don't need that extra stuff to make your FX or whatever look cute. What's the use? That's the point.
What's the use?
I pulled off a gig with the MKE 600s, right?
Yeah.
What would be the next thing up? That mic that you got, out of all people, one, ladies and gentlemen, the mic that James got. If y'all see him in them streets, don't kill him. But if you want to stick him up, be like, I need that Sennheiser, bro.
Okay, stream is over now. Don't be put me all out there. Like, don't.
If you want to get anything out of his pocket, don't get his wallet. Get that Sennheiser that he got.
Don't come around here. Some of these things are locked up.
He got that. Sammy. He got that juicy mic. But here's the thing, though. I pulled off my gig because I had to go to a gig and I was about to get the 416, but I had to I had to record more than one person. And I was like, I can't get two 416, so I got two 600s, but I put them into the Zoom. And with the processing and stuff that I do, they were like, "Oh, your audio sounds wonderful."
Mm-hmm.
A MKE 600 that costs $325, right? Got two of those joints, put them into the Zoom, 32-bit float, recorded them, sunk them up with the Res 422 something into the Ninjas, threw them all on there, threw a little LUT on there. They love the quality. I got 2 more gigs off of it. So
yes, hey, LUT's the truth. Hey, JP High Tech in the building. You see this JP LUT on right now. Hold on. Let me adjust my LUT. Okay, while I'm adjusting LUT, I'm gonna bring up a question that was asked because the man is asking, what camera can I get for $400 to $600?
Ooh,
I'm gonna leave that to you because I don't know.
Okay, so who's asking that?
That's Tall Boy.
Okay. What camera can I get for $400 to $600?
Why are you doing that?
It would be for what, right? The thing is, you don't want to shortchange yourself.
He's mainly video. He's video.
Mainly video?
And, video and on the scene type of events, right? Going out to red carpets and interviewing folks, things like that. So he's about 90% video.
Dude, I gotta be honest. I'm the type person that'll yank somebody, like, I chase people who got FOMO and gear acquisition syndrome that got good gear. Cause I'm just like, I'm a hustle people. I'm be like, yo, you see that new ZV that just came out? That joint hot, ain't it? Cause I'm gonna grab they A7C because they're gonna get off of it for easy because they're not gonna understand. So Sammy threw in there, okay, you can get an A7S 2 full frame for $700. So here's the thing. That may be a fact. I wouldn't do it.
I agree with that.
So there's a certain level of future-proofing yourself. So I wouldn't go anything under a 3. I wouldn't go any Sonys. I wouldn't go anything under a 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're just doing video, right, the crazy thing is you can use an A6100. You can use a 64, 66. You can use those. It depends on what are you shooting. That's the whole thing. Like, if that's your main camera, if it's not, it's what are you shooting? People talk about autofocus, right? And it's like, what are you shooting? If you're shooting corporate videos and people sitting still in the chair, what does the autofocus do for you? Seriously. I mean, once you put the focus on there and record them, which you don't need it to do anything. If it's your B-roll camera, you don't need to waste a bunch of money. And I pulled off so much B-roll with my A6600, it's a crying shame. I think
Mr. Cox right here hit it on the spot. I mean, so see, that's the problem with this ZV E10. So that's this camera right here, right? Nice. This camera right here spoiled us because I think they came out with this too soon and gave us too much, right? Interchangeable lens, fast auto, IBIS, everything that anyone would need from a crop sensor lens. But this ZV E10 right here at the price point too. Now this thing is hot, and I wanted the E1 to eclipse this, to be honest with you, and I didn't feel that it really did. But so, Tall Boy, this right here, this E10 is the camera that you need to rock with. I think.
Yep. Kevin, he hit it. Hot. If you're trying to stay budget friendly, I'd stick with APS-C. Listen, I couldn't agree with that more. Because you can always buy your full frame lenses with an APS-C camera.
Yeah.
And you're already ready. You can do it the reverse. It's just not cool because you're going to crop if you buy a bunch of APS-C lenses.
Yeah.
And then you go up to a full frame camera. The newer ones have the crop mode in it, but you're like kind of losing some resolution. It just doesn't make sense. It's one of those things where it's like, what is your business? What is your production?
Yeah.
And if your production and your business is you just doing video record. Now, here's the funny thing. I'm living 2 separate lives right here because I have a whole separate setup for video. And if somebody needs me to go to do an on-the-spot video rig, I'm talking about my old Neewer lights and my old Godox lights are all in the garage. And I only use them when I go out in the field. I ain't taking no Amarans out there.
You're not taking them nan lights out?
I ain't taking my Amaran down and stuff like that. I'll go
the
right in the field, 4,000 Kelvin, whatever, match the room, use their room light, whatever, backlight something here, use a little bit of small color joints, whatever. I'm done. Grab my ninjas, throw them up there, throw the MKEs up there. I got a system that at the end of the day, nobody's looking at my stuff saying, "Oh, you didn't use a Ori Alexa or something." Like, man, bye. So the ZV-E10 got like all of this recognition when it came out. And what people got to pay attention to is right on the heels of the arguments over A61 to 64. Yes. When people was like, they met me and they like, "Oh man, Keith cameras look dope. What you got? A6100. Oh, well, I have the A6400. And like, you know what I mean? What lens you got on it? Oh, it's a kit lens. Then everybody gets up to the Sigma 16. Okay, cute. Now there's the 23 out. Like, they're all 1.4s. Ma'am, sir. It's not the arguments over if 56 is better than 16. It's about distance, not quality. They're a trio.
It's about
16, 30, 56 is it's about distance, not quality. They're a trio. They're the same lenses, right? And so when you get down to it, it really comes back down to what is your purpose?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do? And the thing is, pay attention. I'm watching a ton of YouTubers right now, and most people ain't seeing it. They are using their phone for at least 60% of their video. It's off of the phone or a GoPro or something. Photographers that do point of view, they got a GoPro attached to their rig. So they're going around like this, taking pictures, and it's a GoPro showing them shooting everything. And then they show you the finished photos. And you're sitting there looking like, oh, they got a quality YouTube. A lot of what you're watching is off of their Android or iPhone. And then they got the other stuff.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, again, we're shooting 4K 60 out of these iPhones. And 4K 120 sometimes out of some of the Androids. I know we can do it on the iPhones too, but I mean, that's cinematic mode is hot. So that's almost back to the conversation. A lot of folks have always said, use what you got as opposed to trying to use something that you think you need before you need it and before you know how to use what you already got. What did I just say? Okay. It's recorded. It's all good. It's recorded. Folks probably falling off. I don't know. We didn't gone too long.
Somebody said, look, David says, yeah, for the price, nothing beats the ZV-E10. Yeah, I mean, but
it showed they were out of stock off for Sony. But I'm sure if you go, everyone got Best Buy, Amazon. You know, I'll shoot out another affiliate link right quick. Shouts out to the affiliate links.
When people don't know what they're talking about, they'll tell you,
come on,
to get a ZV-E10. But you got to think about, is the person saying they want to do photos too? Now, with every Sony camera out there, for the most part, that you can really think of within a certain bracket, they all can record video and they can all take pictures, right? One of the YouTubes up now is about your FX30, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, how good is it for camera for taking pictures? It's great. Like, depending on what you're shooting. Like, I mean, like, are you trying to do somebody's corporate headshots, you know, with a budget of 6,000 and they all got to be perfect? I probably wouldn't use that camera, and depending on what kind of glass you have. But if it's just you and your family and you're video recording your vacation and you say, hey, stop, pause, take a picture, you can't say, oh, the FX30 is not an A7C.
Can't use that. No,
it don't matter. Just snap the daggone picture. Like,
you know, we're not all JP high tech. We're not all perfect zone. Right. You know, now that man has what he needs in his studio to do what he needs. JP, this is just Roku right here, man, running the slideshow behind. I put all my logos up. So, yeah, shouts out to Smart TV back here doing what it needs to do.
That's dope, man. I like it. Wait, did you see Ulanzi came out with the low profile arm? Did you see it?
No, they didn't.
Ulanzi came out with a low profile arm. I was like, and it's cheap too. The thing is, it doesn't have closed cable. It doesn't have the enclosure. And I don't know if it's wide enough for the XLR to fit through, to weave it through if you want to show more of your cord. Look, it's cheap. It's
Hold on,
cheap,
Motivated
bro.
Minds talking about iPhone and Film Max. That's it right there. That's all you need. Hold on, man. This thing is all of $35.
Look at that.
Hold on, man. I don't know if I like all these.
Well, it's got holes, so it's like
I don't like all this name stuff on it, though. I don't like all this branding of theirs on it, though.
But see, I would get that and paint that joint.
Hold on, man.
I would coat that sucker. Look at
Ooh,
it. It's cheap too.
Y'all better watch out.
I may do that. The core's going to show, though. That's the thing. The core's going to show, and looking at it, it doesn't pivot up like the Elgato. See that?
So, yeah.
So see how you got your arm tilted up? You're not gonna be able to tilt it.
Yeah. Okay. Because there's that. Okay. So it doesn't have that hinge right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I got the hinge right where I can. But still, $35, man.
I mean, look, I like it. I like it.
You could replace all them Elgatos you got behind you at the desk with these Ulanzi joints.
No, you know why? Because I need it to. It has to. So if you see it right there, I have to like tilt them. You know, depending on who's sitting at the desk. So if they didn't raise, you'd be stuck with the arm just like right here. You'd be stuck with it here. You wouldn't be able to raise it up. All you got is this to tilt it. Gotcha. You don't have this to go, like yours is up here.
Yeah.
I noticed how you got yours. I like doing that. I did that earlier for somebody that was sitting here. I put the arm up here and raised it here to take the mic out the shot. So you don't have that ability with that right there. So you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
So that's the difference with that $30. That $40.
They sneaky with it though.
I like it though.
I may just get it just to see.
Let's do it.
Get the length, just right? Because you know how far it stretches from the desk. Because I would eventually like to have one also come. Okay, I'm gonna order this. Shout out to you.
And you know what else I like about it? I can use that
we gonna spend your money, folks. We gonna spend your money.
I can use that for a light, right? Because all right, everybody, I'm gonna give y'all a little trick that I do sometimes. I can't find. Okay, so one of my tricks is I'll sometimes take this light right here, right, and throw this underneath my chin if I want to light myself up from the bottom. It's bright right now, but that was one of the little tricks that I would do on lives. Wait, okay, let's go down. Okay, so what it would do is you shine a light underneath you here, and then you do more of a dark setting. But you can take that light or something like that, I mean that stand, and have it where you can swing it in here to bring like light in here for some people that are real conscious about them looking dark under here, whatever. I mean, that's just a little trick that you can do. But I got a lot of uses for that arm. I like it. You can get back on the screen.
I'm gonna
but look at that. You didn't know that exists. You didn't know that exists with your affiliate link. $39.
It's gonna be on there tonight, though. It's gonna be on there tonight when I chop this up.
Kevin, I might grab that because I'll paint it for $40. I'll paint that one at Ulanzi.
Kevin, we need to see you streaming, brother. We need to see you streaming. Listen, you the moderator with all the keys, at least to my house.
He said gaff tape will cover that up.
Look, yeah, man, come on. I done elevated Kevin to, he know the code to the front door and the back door. We need to see you streaming, man. I know you producing for your lady. I know you doing that, so you behind the scenes, but we want to see you on camera too, brother. Go ahead and go to Kevin. Disneyland, because I think they know him by first name basis at Disneyland. He walk in and he gets sent to Club 33 like they.
So wait, what does RTN mean? So RTN tube lights. Okay, do you use on the background?
RGB. He said he meant RGB.
Oh, RGB. Okay.
Tube lights. Yeah. Go and tell him. them the old school Philips. Those the NAND lights.
So no, that's not the two. Wait, I don't know where the daggone button is. Okay, because I'm sorry, high tech. The room. All right, let me find the room. You know what it is? I didn't reset the daggone cameras in here. Oh, so the phone tried to kick my my cam link out. Yo, that's crazy. The phone kicked off one of my cam links, and so I got him back. But this is probably what you're asking. These over here, those are old Godox lights that don't. The battery went out on them. The batteries don't work anymore. So if you unplug it, they're gone. Only one of them works. I got 3 of them. Those are the big 2 lights there.
Y'all see them?
Those are Godox.
Hold on. Keep the camera right there. Y'all see them gold plaques on the wall too, right? Y'all, you see the flex right there too, right?
Now you know what's crazy. I was going to put these lights over here because they're square, right? But I don't like them. I put them over here. I just don't like them.
Yeah.
It's something about the way they shine different, but they work for people. They work at the table. They just don't work. They don't work. I don't like them up here.
Gotcha.
Because the roundness, I like the roundness and the way the light's popping off. I just don't like the way those flat ones go, but I use them in the field. So, yeah, I don't know.
I tell you what, this is what we do next time. We will do. I'll clean up because I'm definitely not going to show my room. I got more Amazon boxes, and it's just embarrassing. So
he got goodies, y'all. He got goodies.
I got a couple of things, but let's walk through. Let's go and do the little phone NDI thing and show the studios and have kind of a Q&A kind of conversation about the lights, camera, action. I think there'll be some value provided to folks if we do something like that. So. Yeah,
and ladies and gentlemen, if you're in need of Wandered products, James is running a sale on his.
No, they're not for sale. They're gonna be at full price because they still in very good quality and very good condition.
Wait, what is Harvey saying? Harvey, okay, I have to thank you for putting us on to the something. What did he say?
Small rig HDMI adapter for the cage. Oh yeah. That's
okay. See, the thing I don't like about the ZV-E10 for streaming is because of the what's his name, the way that you have to plug the HDMI in, and they don't make any L's. They don't make any L's for HDMI minis.
Yeah, I don't like how it covers the display, right?
The display.
Have a full look of the display. That's true. No, that's a good point. That's good.
And see, that's the thing. Hype people don't even know to say that. They don't give you the disclaimer and be like, "Oh, I'm just going to let you know you're going to have a wire sitting in front
you
of
got
your
ugly cable sticking in front of your
cable
face.
sitting in front of your f.14, and right over top of your ISO is going to be a cable there, just in case you didn't know that." It's like
you just spent $1,000 on this hardware, but you got a $2 cable that's in your way, and you can't get a full view. My goodness, I know. What you going?
And the people that don't have dummy batteries that literally plug into the USB for power, I'm like, so you got 2 cords sticking out the side of that thing. Yeah. That's too much real estate.
Get your dummy battery, folks. Get your dummy battery. Just please do it, and you will not have any problems.
So when I told somebody to get it,
let's see here.
I told somebody to get an A6100. They was like, "Oh, but the other guy told me the ZV." I said, "Get a ZV-E10. Go get it." Like, go do your thing. I'm trying to told you, because where you're sitting your camera at, you don't have room to flip it out to the side. You need it up top. But do your thing. Do your thing.
Oh, hold on. And so here goes some more value right here coming in from the man with the brick and mortar, the man who knows what he's talking about. Shouts out to JP Hi-Tech.
There you go.
Tip, color yellow makes the Sony Hunt a lot for autofocus. That's what he's saying, folks. He know. He got all the gear. I've seen some of it. He got all the gear. He got paying clients. JP Hi-Tech, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here's the thing. For me now, I do have my focus. I got the mic in my focal space, and I keep moving. So if you notice, I'm defocusing too. But it could be, I don't know if yellow does it too. I just didn't park it because I had more than one person here earlier, and I need to put the space here. Normally I just throw it so it's right here. I know to put the mic out there so it won't catch this, but yeah, it could be yellow.
Now you know. Now we know.
That's crazy. Okay.
Take that with you, folks. Go ahead. Hey, give the convos on YouTube a super chat or a super thanks, whatever. For that little thing. I'm gonna share that revenue with you, man.
No, that's good. That's good, Hi-Tech.
Yeah,
that's good.
KP, you good, man?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm good. So next week, what week? Next week or the week after?
I don't know. We got to work that out. We have to work that out. I may be traveling. I don't know what's going on. I just do what my
See
wife
that?
tells me to do, and I just
He loaded the
drive.
yacht back up. He loaded the yacht back up, and he about to go back out. See that?
I see. There you go again with throwing my business out there, man.
He loaded the yacht back up.
I got nothing to say. I'm not even gonna say nothing. But there you go again. Throwing my business. Oh Lord, hold on. Don't move. Look at this fool right here, boy. That's hot.
Yes, there we go. See that? That's a move right there. I showed India that move right there. So you get so when you got the low light, if you have it matted, you're not going to see that and have it illuminated sitting over there. Okay.
That boy hot right there, y'all. I got nothing else to say. Appreciate y'all for joining. Listen, Conscious Conversations, Hicks/Pelzer. We out here doing it. Hopefully bringing you value. Come back and send us some information. We just come on here and chop it up. We just come. That boy is hot right now. Look at it. I can't even keep a straight face, boy. The dark. I got the shirt and I can't get it hot like that, man. I got to do something with my lighting to make sure I get it like that.
But you know what? You take the small light, you pop it underneath, and you just give that little bit of flow right there. That's all,
man.
You can do it, James. Come on.
No, I know I can do it.
With the lighting, just turn the lights off in front of you there. Let the camera adjust down to it. See, I ain't even mess with the ISO. I can mess with the ISO.
No, I'm going to tell you this right here. Since JP in the room, a couple years ago, JP called me late at night. I think it was 9 or 10 o'clock at night. He said, "Hey, man, you got some dope content. I like what you're doing, but you know what? It's time to go ahead and elevate them thumbnails." JP told me to so he came with constructive feedback and said, "Hey, you doing what you're doing, but now it's time to upgrade and get them thumbnails right." I stayed up for 2 hours and I tightened up my thumbnail game, and I sent him some proofs, and he said, "Okay, now you're getting it right." I see this here right now. I done took a mental screenshot. I can guarantee you when I get back, what's tonight? Tonight is chest and tries. When I get from underneath the rack tonight and I get back here tonight, I'm gonna have that right there jumping off in this studio.
Smart move, you can bet man. That.
All right, hold on. What is Jay? Thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Come on. Don't put me out there. No, you did it, man. You were the one who kicked me in the butt to level them up. See, now you can't change the cameras. Edelchrome.
Got him.
Jibs.
No jibs. See, that's the other thing. That's where I help people out at. There was a whole Edelchrome high, and Edelchrome got a new piece of gear out already. And I was just like, I looked at it and I was just like, nope. And matter of fact, what it does, DJ Rob did it. He had a different brand.
DJ Rob, yeah.
But he was running it, and it was a dope concept. But I'm like, if you're not doing a live where you're using it, doesn't make sense, right? Doesn't make sense. Can't chase it.
All right, this is how we gonna end. Hold on, let me see. I'm not
right.
You
gonna end it?
Well, I'm not right yet in here, so let me see if I can. Let me see. See, no.
But you know what, JP? Here's the funniest thing.
I need something.
And I don't watch people waste money. And I said what I said when I said it long time ago. It's take the you go and you find out where are the A5100s. Just grab it, because if all you doing is just taking, so it's cameras all around, but they're everything up top is A5100. It's no need to put a ZV-E10 on that camera right there. Like, what is it going to do? What is it going to do? Because I'm not moving where it needs to chase me. I'm not doing no flip, acrobatic stuff. So I don't need a ZV-E10 up there. If anything, the struggle would be the lens, because you're trying to get the best focus, or blah, blah, blah. So the same thing, the over the desk shot or something like this. What do I need a ZV-E10 for? It's an old A5100 up there for $300 that gives you literally the same technology as the ZV-E10 for what you're trying to do for your live. And you have it. It's there. You don't put a ZV-E10. You don't spend your money and buy 7 ZV-E10s. And then when the new ZV something come out, you trying to switch to that. For what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
That's it. Give me 3 hours. I'm gonna have that shot. 3 hours. KP, I'll holler at you, brother.
All right, man.
Folks
Peace
in the
out, y'all.
We appreciate you. That's good stuff, man.